Welcome to the RLH Projects podcast, Love Matters, where we talk about real academic research mixed with real life experiences to hopefully improve the real relationships you have with important people in your life. I'm the founder of the RLH Project and the host of the Love Matters podcast, Dr. Jennie Rosier. I'm also an associate professor of communication studies at James Madison University, a wife to my favorite person on the planet, a mother of 4 young children, and an all-around love enthusiast. As an expert in romantic and parent-child relationships, I've dedicated my life to figuring out how individuals can use communication to live happy, healthy lives connected to other people. I hope that this podcast can help you. Hello, friends. This is the first season of the RLH Projects podcast, Love Matters. For season 1, I decided to do an in-depth 12-episode explanation of a single concept that impacts us all, attachment. I actually teach a class at JMU in the School of Communication Studies called Attachment Communication, and much of this season's podcast is based on my lectures from that class. Whether you know a lot about the topic or you don't know anything, I hope that listening to this season of the Love Matters podcast will spark a new interest in you to think about how your own early life experiences have molded you into who you are today, how your interactions with others impact both them and you in positive and negative ways, and how your relationships with the people you love are shaped by attachment. To get you interested in the topic of attachment and hopefully get you interested in listening to season 1 of the Love Matters podcast, I thought I would ask you a few questions. Do you ever struggle to understand your romantic partner's point of view? Maybe they tend to be overly sensitive, in your opinion, to things that you say, or maybe they shut down when you want to talk about something that's really important to you, or maybe they're perpetually jealous and you feel like you have not done anything to warrant that jealousy. And then there's parenting. Do you sometimes wonder if what you're doing as a parent is the right thing to do? I know I do. My husband and I have 4 young children, ages 11. We have twin 11-year-olds actually, 8 and 5. And I question if my parenting decisions are the right parenting decisions, if my behaviors toward them are good enough or correct, and if I am communicating in a way that is healthy for them on the daily. So if you've ever felt that way, know that you are not alone. In fact, most parents I've spoken to describe parenthood as one of the most complicated experiences they've ever encountered. Here's a couple of moms talking about just that. First, there's Cynthia, mom of a 4-month-old baby. And second is April, mom of 2, ages 6 and 18 months.
If I were to describe parenthood in a few words, I would say that it is overwhelming in all ways, mostly in, good ways, overwhelming feelings of love, overwhelming feelings of pride, overwhelming feelings of victory, but obviously some overwhelming feelings of difficulty as well.
To me, parenthood is exhausting. It's gratifying. It's kind of eye-opening just to see the world through your kids' eyes sometimes. Makes you kind of remember to let loose a little bit and whatnot. But honestly, the biggest one is it's exhausting.
Overwhelming and exhausting sound about right. Honestly, I get tired just thinking about all the shit I have to do this week. And the mix of emotions can easily overwhelm the most stable of individuals. How about this? Are you ever torn by what you want to do or say with your kids and what you're being told by other people to do or say, right? Like those intrusive family members or nosy friends, or those friends that have kids already, or the friends who have kids that are older than yours. How about your doctor telling you to do something that you feel like is not something that you want to do? Or the internet. We gotta love the internet. I can't tell you how many mom related Facebook groups I belong to where that is the main question. I want to do this, other people are telling me to do this. What do you say? Right? What should I do? And so these are things that lots of parents and especially new parents wonder about. What about with your friends? Have you ever been worried that your friends are overly judging you? Do you feel consumed by anxiety when creating or ending friendships? Or maybe you feel like being alone is the only way to be. I am here to tell you that learning about the science of attachment can really help you better understand yourself, the people in your life, and the relationships that you have with those people. So that's the plan. That's the plan for Season 1 of the Love Matters podcast. An in-depth 12-episode explanation of the science of attachment with relevant stories from myself and a ton of cool people I know sprinkled throughout. Lucky for you, I'm not just offering a podcast to help you understand attachment. I've also created a 60-page digital workbook that you can purchase through the link in my Instagram bio at Relationships, Love, Happiness, or on my website, www.relationshipslovehappiness.com. This digital workbook not only complements the podcast, but it also includes extra attachment tips and information not covered in the podcast, and includes self-reflection prompts throughout that will encourage you to dig deep and reflect on your own past and current life experiences. Before you start listening to Season 1, get yourself a copy of the Attachment Matters digital workbook. You won't regret it.